Yes, that's me. That's me, guilty as charged.
Hey, Santa, it looks like you got a fan.
Umbrella is putting out the Terrifier like complete series. So this has been out. The third movie just came out. They've slowly been coming out in 4K not that long ago. There's steel books and all this kind of stuff. And Umbrella has done a lot of Terrifier stuff. The studio, I believe, has done some. But this is a collection with all the films all at once, plus a lot of other stuff too. But you and me, I know you're a big horror fan. We've never talked about these. Do you care about these movies? Have you seen any of these?
I saw the first one when it came out. It's funny because this is a title I feel like is, oh God, it definitely received the Evil Dead treatment of being released over and over and over and over and over again. Dude, I supported the first Blu-ray of it.
God, my man needs to get laid so bad.
I liked it. It didn't blow my mind. It kind of, and I've only seen the first one. It felt like a fun throwback. It was violent. It was over the top. I actually liked the character was in a not a trilogy. It was like a short story, an anthology horror film called
That's included here.
All Hallows Eve. I have that too. Like I enjoyed that movie. Like I was kind of following this, and then I don't know. I think Terrifier 2, correct me if I'm wrong, was like 3 hours or something. It had a long runtime, and because of that runtime, I never sat down and watched it. And then Terrifier 3 happens, But regardless, I remember I enjoy All Hallows Eve and the original one enough to where I wholly support this series. It's really impressive. Did you see what this just did? What Terrifier 3 just did?
I saw a lot of the quotations from like critics and people that were in the audience, people that were like vomiting in audience and all that kind of stuff.
I'm talking about box office.
Oh yeah, sure. As far as like numbers,
it's beating the second Joker movie, dude. And this is indie. Like this is for the modern equivalent.
Sure,
this isn't getting like screened by some big studio.
No,
this is kind of a sign to come of what could be, a saving grace of cinema is to get more independent art like this in the theaters.
At least I'm fucking trying.
And it's really, I feel like, taken off in that community. Like this is everywhere. Like you said, it's getting the Evil Dead treatment. Every single one of those, like not Comic-Con, but like Monster Con. Every single one of those that I see in this area, Damien Leone, or the guy that plays Art the Clown, they're like at every single one. They've been embraced by this community that they clearly love.
This community has been starving for something like this. There hasn't been a run of, I mean, Jesus Christ, in the 80s, you had Chucky, Freddy, Michael Myers, Jason Voorhees. I mean, we were even going to Leprechauns and stuff like that. And then the 90s hit drought. It was all the self-aware meta humor. Like, people love monsters, they love slashers, they love this stuff. And the fact that Damien Leone, the fact that he's stuck with it and he's building it, he's like, I'm not giving up on this, I'm creating this. He had a great design and look with Art the Clown. It's immediately iconic without even knowing anything. It's striking.
It is.
And I admire what they're doing.
You fucking with me?
Actually, we should ask the chat. Can I just watch Terrifier 3 or do I have to see the second?
There's a lot of continuity. Let's see what the chat says. Let me just give the stats on this really quick, then I'll pull the chat up. Let Russ know if he should continue with Terrifier 3 while skipping Terrifier 2. Let me know if I should watch them at all. So they're giving you all 3 films in 4K, plus that anthology one you mentioned, and a VHS, a 250-page book, art cards, posters, sunglasses, 3 slip cases, and a Lego-style brick set.
Sunglasses, you say?
Look, they're right there. They look like little Christmas trees. They're really like going all out with this. Now, there's a lot of variations to this. This is just like the ultimate bundle that comes with everything. Dude, they got t-shirts. They've got Art the Clown body pillow cases.
And I mean, come on, doesn't this remind you, dude, you remember the late 80s? We were just talking about this. We just shot our Nightmare review. I mean, there was a 1-900 telephone hotline for Freddy Krueger. There was insane amount of merch back then. I love seeing this. I think this is great.
You're fucking with me.
Even if, for instance, if I didn't see the first one, had I not seen any of them, I would be rooting for this even if I hated these movies.
Yeah, no, it's pretty cool. So if you're a fan of this movie and you wanted to scoop all these up all at once in this most amazing collector's edition that Umbrella does, this is it. It's here. So let's see what the chat says, Russ. Let's see if the chat says you should just skip 2 and go right to 3. Let's see what they have to say to you.
The only thorn in Umbrella's side, though, is I don't see this this franchise dying down.
Let's see.
If you're an ultimate box set kind of guy, I feel like Terrifier and Art the Clown is going to keep going.
Josh W., I viscerally hate Terrifier. Fox Pixar Media wants to know why. Eric DeLeon says, I love Terrifier. Brown Bunny, Terrifier 2 runtime, 138 minutes. It beat my ass in the theater.
I remember exactly, dude. It was, that was what put me off to watching it. I remember I was going to sit down one day and I saw that runtime and I was like, oh shit, I don't have that. And I ended up never going back.
Oscar Burroughs Wrangle says Terrifier 2 was only 2 hours and 16 minutes. Don't be soft, Russ. Google's Trial O'Day. I think the Art the Clown character is extremely cringy. Eric DeLeon says you got to see 2 first. Art the Clown was, as many don't really maybe realize, that he was played by Kevin Dunn.
Are you okay?
Not my bag, says a few people. Matt, don't watch it. They're sick and not a good kind of sick.
And honestly, it is. You're either going to have fun with that or you're not. I don't think you're really into... I don't think you're a diehard fan of what it's honoring, so I don't think you're...
missing much?
Yeah. I think you would walk away feeling completely neutral. Oh, I support this. I like what it's doing.
Yeah.
Not for me. That's what I feel like you'd be like.
The Twisters double feature just came out on Blu-ray, says Fox Pixar Media.
They don't want you to forget.
I spotted the Terrifier, or Matt, Brown Bunny, Matt being literate. I don't know what that means, but yes, I can read this chat. All right. Well, that's it for Terrifier, Russ. That's it for Terrifier. On the Horror Spooky stream, do they got your sale on the body pillowcase?
Why not?